Once regarded as one of the best strikers of his generation, Dider Drogba has cemented himself in the hearts of every Chelsea faithful fan. Underrated and undervalued at the time of his arrival, Drogba proved to be one of Chelsea's best ever signings, and one could not argue that no striker besides Diego Costa has been able to fill the boots of the Ivorian talisman. Arrival. Drogba signed for the Blues on the 24th of July 2004 for a whopping £24 million. Many questioned Jose Mourinho's signing of the player and wondered if the unproven striker could really deliver on the world stage. Replying to comments about him taking a huge gamble on the Ivorian frontman, Jose Mourinho replied, "Judge him when he leaves the club." A classic Jose Mourinho response to critics that questioned the player's talent. Little was known about the strong and athletic attacker, and not many in England knew that he was crowned France's Player of the Year in the year 2003-2004, helping the Blues rise. Drogba helped Chelsea to the pinnacle of English football. Prior to the arrival of the Ivorian, the club spent over £111 million after a high-profile takeover by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. Many would call his takeover sports washing, but if you ask any faithful Chelsea fan, they would tell you that he was the best thing that had happened to the club. In the 2003-2004 season, after spending so much money, the club failed to meet its own expectations. The Blues would be knocked out of the FA Cup in the 5th round by Arsenal, suffered a League Cup defeat against a spirited Aston Villa side, and would only make it to the semi-finals of the Champions League, getting knocked out by French outfit AS Monaco. Chelsea ended the season in 2nd place behind Arsenal. This saw the sacking of head coach Claudio Ranieri at the end of the season. Since the arrival of Drogba, Chelsea rose in stature, winning the league 4 times and lifting trophies such as the FA Cup, League Cup, and the Community Shield. After all, guys, Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola called the Community Shield a major trophy, right? History maker. But Chelsea's main goal was to lift the Champions League trophy, and that was what Drogba was brought in to do. After 7 seasons at the Bridge, Drogba had failed to lift the Champions League trophy. The 2011-2012 season was the player's last dance, as age was not on the player's side. At age 34, rumors had circulated that the player would be leaving the club. Drogba was determined to give this season his all. Until the 2011-2012 season, Chelsea had spent over £597 million and were desperate to win the prestigious trophy. During that season, Drogba scored only 5 goals in 25 league appearances, an underwhelming return from the Ivorian talisman. Chelsea had a poor league campaign, and all they had to play for was the Champions League. Drogba's Champions League campaign was one of his best ever, scoring 6 goals in 8 matches. The player first fired Chelsea into an advantage lead against Barcelona at Stamford Bridge, and then put in one of his greatest ever performances against Bayern Munich, scoring his most important goal in the Champions League final. After seeing off Barcelona with a 3-2 aggregate score, Chelsea were pinned against German giants Bayern Munich. The Bavarians boasted a pretty impressive squad that was easily tipped to win the game against a pretty average-looking Chelsea side. With the likes of solid Jerome Boateng, leader Philipp Lahm, club legend Sebastian Schweinsteiger, impressive Toni Kroos, pacey Robben, eloquent Ribéry, and pickpocket Müller, the Germans seemed to look unstoppable and were destined to lift the prestigious trophy. The first half showed why Bayern Munich were favourites. 13 shots, 66% possession, and 8 corner kicks made for pretty grim reading. As the second half was about to come to a pretty dull end, Müller scored a header in the 83rd minute. A sublime cross from Toni Kroos saw Müller head the ball down towards the ground at the far post, leaving Peter Cech and the Blues stunned. This was considered to be the winning goal of the game, judging by the celebration of fans and players alike. After dominating the game, the Germans deserved it. It was up to the Ivorian to lift up his team, and so he did. Chelsea gained a corner at the end of the second half. It was going to be the last act of the game, and all Bayern had to do was hold on. A pinned cross to the Ivorian at the near post saw Drogba leap like he had wings, and what happened next was history. The game went to extra time, and with players looking really tired, it was destined for penalties. It would be Drogba's spot kick that would see Chelsea lift their first ever Champions League trophy, a goal Roman Abramovich had since he had took over the club in 2004. Imagine a player considered to be a nobody upon his arrival made the Londoners champions of Europe and helped shape Chelsea's history. Lethal in front of goal and showing just how valuable he was and how he would shape Chelsea's future. After leaving the club in 2012, the player came back again on request of Jose Mourinhos to join the side to win them the league in 2015. Trophies. Drogba had lifted the following trophies: 4 English Premierships, 1 Champions League, 4 English FA Cups, 4 English Super Cups, 3 English League Cups, and he was crowned top goal scorer 2 times within his career in the Premier League. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Peace.
I think winning the game, winning this final was the key. And not me scoring the penalty, the winning penalty or what, because